Basically, I'm not sure how long the stream went for, so I'm just going to finish it off and possibly, most likely go to 3 p.m. now. I crashed pretty much as soon as Halo 5 stopped finding matches. The tiredness and sickness just wore in. I felt pretty sick. So I'm just
Yeah, Mitch. Teammate down. Hostile fuel rod.
Victory.
Cannon in 10 seconds. Fuel rod ready. Target in blue yard. Solid kill. Shots fired on red 2.
Enemy team nearing victory.
on the field.
Remain. Game over. Defeat.
At the heart of Halo 5 is Blue Team, comprised of 4 of the last Spartan 2s. While Halo 5 will mark the first appearance of these legendary Spartans in the game, the story of Blue Team stretches back to the early days of the Spartan 2's training on Reach. First conceived during the early days of the Spartan 2 program, Blue Team was originally comprised of Spartan 2 trainees John 117, Kelly 087, and Samuel 034, though other Spartans were sometimes added based on individual training circumstances, including future regulars Fred 104 and Linda 058. Blue Team's first mission occurred in 2525, just weeks after the Spartans had undergone grueling augmentations. The mission to capture former UNSC Marine Colonel Robert Watts was not only Blue Team's first mission, but the first test of the Spartans and the program. Together, John 117, Kelly 087, Sam 034, Fred 104, and Linda 058 managed to infiltrate an insurrectionist base and capture the traitor. Though John was injured in a firefight, the mission was considered a great success. Later that same year, during the Battle of Cheese City 4, Blue Team and the Spartan 2 suffered their first loss since those incurred during the augmentation processes. In subsequent missions, Sam's role was filled by former leader of Green Team Kurt 051 until he went missing in 2531. Over the years, the composition of Blue Team would fluctuate based on mission needs, though Kelly 087, Fred 104, and Linda 058 were often regular members. Then came the Fall of Reach. This event is infamous for many reasons, including the death of most remaining Spartan 2s. Though battles had secretly been waged across the north of Reach for weeks, the final invasion force that arrived on August 30th marked the final fall of the planet. In the days prior, all available Spartan 2s, 25 in total, had been called back to Reach to initiate Operation Red Flag, a plan to capture Covenant leadership and force a truce. When the final invasion force arrived, however, the Spartan 2s went to work defending the planet. Blue Team, comprised of John 117, Linda 058, and James 005, were tasked with boarding Orbital Station Gamma, where a docked Prowler had failed to erase sensitive nav data. Meanwhile, the remaining Spartans, designated Red Team and led by Fred 104, were sent to reach its surface to defend the orbital defense generators. After arriving at the station's dock, Blue Team encountered heavy resistance. Though they were able to destroy the nav data and even rescue some Marines, the mission ultimately ended with James being lost in space after his thruster pack was punctured by a needler round, and Linda clinically dead after a barrage of plasma fire caught her off guard. With his mission complete, John returned to the Pillar of Autumn with the rescued Marines and Linda's body. She was placed in cryo while John sought to learn the status of Red Team. As far as the Autumn knew, they had been lost when their Pelican was hit, entering Reach's atmosphere. With the planet all but lost, the Autumn left the Reach system with what they now thought to be the last surviving Spartan 2. When the Autumn was forced to make a seemingly random jump from Reach, the AI Cortana was able to derive a set of coordinates from a Forerunner artifact on Reach and another from Sigma Octantis 4. The coordinates ultimately led the Autumn to Installation 04, one of the Halo rings the Covenant had sought after for centuries. Battle broke out across the ring, but thankfully John 117 and Cortana were able to deny the superweapon to the Covenant by destroying it. Following Halo's destruction, John, Cortana, and a small group of survivors found Linda 058's cryotube, it having been ejected from the Autumn before it crashed on Halo, and then moved to return to human space. They hijacked a Covenant ship, the Ascendant Justice, and returned to Reach to evaluate a strategy for returning to Earth, as returning with a captured Covenant ship would violate UNSC protocol. Secretly, John also hoped to discover that some Spartan 2s had survived. Upon returning, it seems the Covenant had remained, looking for an artifact. Further, John had been right. Some Spartan 2s had survived, along with Dr. Halsey and Vice Admiral Whitcomb. Not long after, the group discovered that the Covenant had found Earth. With little other choice, the group planned to enact a first strike against the Covenant. Over the course of events, Dr. Halsey was able to resuscitate Linda, allowing her to participate in the strike, but Halsey also disappeared with Kelly 087, the good doctor having discovered the existence of another Spartan program. The operation was ultimately successful, a Covenant fleet of over 500 ships virtually destroyed when the command station was itself destroyed. However, the operation took the lives of more Spartans, the Vice Admiral, and a few survivors from Installation 04. John 117, Linda 058, Will 043, Fred 104, Cortana, and Sergeant Avery Johnson were the only ones to make it back to Earth. Not long after their return, the Prophet of Regret arrived at Earth with a relatively small fleet, but one that nevertheless was able to penetrate Earth's defenses. John 117 was immediately deployed to fight off invading forces, but the other surviving Spartans were held up. When the Prophet fled Earth, John, aboard the UNSC and Amberclad, pursued, but the invasion on Earth was not over. Blue Team, comprised of Fred 104, Linda 058, and Will 043, would be deployed to locations all over Earth, fighting off Covenant forces wherever possible. After a couple of weeks, a message came through from a planet called Onyx, a distress message from Dr. Halsey requesting the aid of her Spartans, promising a cache of Forerunner tech that could turn the tide of war. Fleet Admiral Lord Terrence Hood approved the request, and, hijacking a Covenant vessel, Blue Team departed for Onyx. Once there, Blue Team was led to the planet's core by Dr. Halsey, accompanied by the long-thought-dead Kurd 051 and a group of Spartan 3s, all while fighting off Covenant invaders. At the core, the group discovered a slipspace portal leading to a Forerunner shield world, and Halsey's true intent was revealed. She merely wanted to save her remaining Spartans. With the portal closing and the Covenant forces incoming, the Spartans had little choice but to enter the portal. Kurt 051, severely injured during an earlier encounter, stayed behind to make sure the Covenant would not make it through. Once inside the shield world, Blue Team and the Spartan 3s began to explore their new home. They discovered a huge cache of Forerunner technology and a group of Huragok left by the Forerunners, along with a means of escape. In February of 2553, the shield world was brought into normal space where the Spartans were met by an Oni team that had detected a slipspace anomaly created by the hidden shield world. Blue Team and the accompanying Spartan 3s were recovered, and Dr. Halsey was taken into custody for war crimes. Following these events, Blue Team was deployed on a number of missions, many of which remain classified. They were also offered the chance to integrate into the Spartan military branch as many surviving Spartan 3s had, but chose to remain with the Navy. On July 25, 2557, Blue Team was reunited with their former leader, John 117, after he had stopped a Forerunner threat to the Earth. Together, Blue Team was sent to investigate the loss of contact with an Oni science team and Spartan Team Black at Installation 03, a location John had been just a day prior. Arriving on July 26th, Blue Team discovered a dead Oni team, a dead Black team, and the Didact, the being John had defeated above Earth just a day before. The engagement with the Forerunner General proved difficult, but Blue Team ultimately succeeded with the help of the Forerunner Monitor 859 Static Carillion by dropping a section of the ring and the Didact on the Composer Forge and composing the Didact. After the battle, Carillion took the ring to an unknown location and Blue Team returned to Earth. John was ordered to take some time off, but decided to ignore the order. After getting their armor repaired, Blue Team set out to go wherever they were needed. In mid-2558, John was present on the human colony of Biko, attempting to stop an assassination effort on a human Sangheili peace conference. Though Blue Team's presence was never reported, it is generally assumed that they aided in John's efforts. Now, in late 2558, Blue Team has officially gone AWOL, and a special Spartan 4 team, Osiris, has been tasked with hunting down and returning them to the UNSC.
Look at that water. Look at it go. Oh, yeah.
There is a game that has granted us with its glorious self.
I'm so excited about this.
This is freaking amazing.
I wasn't expecting to get it this early.
I'm sitting here with the full version of Halo 5 Guardians. Halo 5 has arrived on our Xbox Ones.
I'll punch you in the... Oh, punch the ground!
Grenade. Yes. I love sticky grenades. I'm gonna try to get behind this guy. Ooh. He felt that in the morning.
Bring in the Kraken.
Oh,
It's my favorite Halo game, and that's based off just like the first hour and a half of it. I love it.
It's really, really good.
It's raining, it's pouring, and it's storming on your face.
Come on, Linda, help me! Linda!
Oh, thank you, I love you now. I'll do anything for you.
Please start this video! Roger! Oh no, I should have stopped way a long time ago! Peace off.
That's not what I think it is it? A warthog? It is! Oh, I forgot about this. This is just a lot more fun than I thought it would be. I'm having all kinds of nostalgia. Oh my goodness! My driving has never been good in any game.
Boom! Oh, that's awesome. He's still alive?
there we go.
Jeez, how many guys are gonna jump up there? Grunts, when are you gonna realize it's a bad idea? I have a sword and I'm ready to tangle. Where's the least? But I'll kill you just fine. Okay, that's my own fault. Again, it keeps happening.
Whoa, baby, we got a shotgun. Oh, shotgun range making its return. There we go, fine. Hit his ass, hit his ass, hit his ass. Ooh!
This thing is so cool.
Wrecked.
Done.
Secure that bridge.
Did you just fucking Spartan charge? You just Spartan charged Veil to death, Tanaka.
Just to get to his back. Here we go. Oh, yeah!
System lock.
Oh, baby, you guys ready for a ground pound? Check this out. Boom! Oh, that's so epic.
Play the greatest games lineup in Xbox history.
There is only 30 minutes to go. And unfortunately, I have not streamed the full 24 hours. I've only done 21 hours. Which is okay. But the only problem is, as soon as I hit 6, 7 a.m, I could not find a match. Like, you could see, Warzone would just not search, and I didn't really want to play Arena. And so, since I turned on the Halo channel, I just crashed. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna find another match. Oh. Okay. I'll search Team Arena. If not, then I'll just play F1. I don't think we're going to find a match. So I'm getting... You can't even see it. I'm getting F1 ready. Oh, no, we found a match. I use the default. I used to use, what was it? Green thumb in the beta, but at the moment I'm using default.
Grenade on the way!
Enemy halfway to victory.
I'm going so bad this game.
Plaza Loop. Enemy spotted. Tram Street.
Oh my god.
Sniper, keep moving. Sniper rifle in 10 seconds.
Enemy team nearing victory.
Sniper rifles on the field. Hotel is taking fire.
Oh well, went from last to first.
Game over.
Went positive.
Defeat.
No, fun game.
The flag.
CTF. I like CTF.
Equipping plasma caster. Defend our carrier.
I could not hit him whatsoever.
Defend our carrier. The enemy flag has been returned. Protect our carrier.
Flag captured.
Protect our carrier.
It's right into that.
Enemies return their flag. Plasma caster in 10 seconds. One outside. Plasma caster up. Defend our carrier.
No way. Wow.
They have our flag. Enemy in blue base. Enemy carrier's been marked.
Carrier kill.
Our flag's back at base. We returned our flag. Defend our carrier. Our flag's been taken. Enemy carrier's been marked. We returned our flag.
Game over.
That was good.
Victory.
I can do one more game. Because then we hit 2 o'clock.
strong.
Well, this is I like this game type.
Lost BR base.
Stronghold captured.
Nest secured.
Your team scoring. Gain the lead.
Hostiles captured basement.
Enemy team scoring. Stronghold captured. Your team scoring.
Captured basement.
Total control. Defense.
Lost nest.
Defense. 20-point run. 3.
We lost BR base.
Enemy team scoring.
Yeah, we're back. But I'm so tired. I've been streaming for 20 to 21 hours. I did some F1 streaming before. I managed to do the Canadian Grand Prix and won.
Hostiles captured basement.
Enemy team scoring.
Railgun on the field.
And for the second time in a row, there was no Mercedes on the podium. It was Red Bull, Ferrari, Ferrari. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Base defense.
Captured basement.
Total control.
Oh, the F1 was at like 4 or 5 AM.
Point run.
We lost basement.
Halfway to
Yeah.
victory.
Yeah, it was such a good race. So I got pole position. The Mercedes were like 5th and 6th. I'm like, oh, alright. Towards the end, it was just me and the 2 Ferraris just switching positions as soon as we get onto the straight. Final straight, they both overtake me. They leave a gap between both. I dive down the middle into the wall of champions and then win the race. It might still be on YouTube because it was live. I'm not sure.
Stronghold captured. Your team scored.
Captured nest.
Total control. Perfect.
Hostiles captured BR base.
Ooh, that's close. Oh, that would be awesome. I would actually do that.
20-point run.
What game though? We could do Project Cars and do... We could actually do Le Mans 24 hour. Where it would... Someone would have to drive in the night.
Captured BR base.
Your team scored.
Hostiles captured basement.
Enemy team scored. Double
Kill confirmed.
Hostiles captured BR base.
enemy has total control.
We captured basement. 10 seconds to railgun. Railgun is up.
Stronghold captured.
I'm under fire.
Your team scoring. Nearing victory.
Lost basement.
Enemy team scoring.
Hostiles captured BR base.
We need a cap.
Enemy has total control.
We captured
Oh,
nest.
Bathurst. Yeah. I think Project Cars would have Bathurst.
Hostiles captured nest.
Enemy has total control.
We captured BR base.
Enemy team 20-point run. Lost the
Enemy
lead.
spotted. Open.
So what team would we drive for?
5 minutes remain.
Nest secured.
Your team scoring.
Ready on the railgun.
Hostiles captured nest.
Enemy team scoring.
The pit is taking fire.
Enemy team about to win. Defense.
Railgun in 10 seconds. Railgun on the field.
Hostiles are charging. Going for this point.
Game over. Defeat.
What time is it? Almost 2 o'clock. As soon as it hits 2, it's been 24 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find wheel. Let me see. Project Cars. We could even do R Factor. Yeah, Project Cars has 12 hours of Bathurst. There's a YouTube clip saying Project Cars 12 hours of Bathurst that goes for 11 minutes and 50 seconds. R Factor. Let's see. 24 hours, even though I've only been streaming, out of the 24 hours, I've only been streaming 20 to 21 hours. Let me just check. So I sort of crashed at 9:30. Got up just before 1. Had a shower. Well, got up at 12:30, 9:30. 21 hours. Let me just get something. I'm just trying to find stuff. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream now and possibly just sleep and all that. But thank you everyone for watching the stream for almost all 24 hours. I hope it was fun, enjoyable. Next year I should have the NBN, so that means even better quality, like 1080p, 720p quality. And so yeah, I'd just like to thank you. I'd just like to thank everyone for watching. Dylan for the donations. All my friends for just helping me out, keeping me motivated to keep going. Even people who I've never met on this stream, thank you for just watching the stream. Extra Life is something I've always wanted to do, just because gaming is, I enjoy gaming. It's a fun passion to do, fun hobby. But yeah. So I've always wanted to do the Extra Life thing, and I will be doing it next year most likely. I'll probably do it differently, but I'll be definitely doing it next year, and also be doing other 12-hour, maybe even another 24-hour stream later this year or early next year, with a bunch of friends. And so yeah, thanks again, and I'm just going to play some Extra Life 30-second clips of what this stream is about.
You are a warrior, a leader, a builder. You may not always win, but you never remain defeated. You are a gamer. On November 7th, join your fellow gamers for Extra Life 2015 to raise money for local Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Go to extra-life.org to register and start helping sick kids today. Play games, heal kids.
It's happening again. Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon where gamers across the world raise money for our local Children's Miracle Network hospitals. It feels good to do something we love to help kids, but it feels great to get closer through the magic of game. We enter as friends and leave as real-world heroes for sick kids everywhere. Sign up online. Extra Life. Play games. Heal kids.
You don't need a superpower to do good. Everyone can be a hero for sick kids. It's time for gamers from every realm, kingdom, and galaxy to come together to make a difference in kids' lives. Join us on November 7th, or choose your own day, for 24 hours of gaming to raise money for your local Children's Miracle Network hospital. Are you ready to be a hero? Extra Life. Play games, heal kids.